Om Asato Ma Satkamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Mother, hold our hand, take us from unreal to real, take us from darkness of ignorance to the wisdom, to light, take us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Welcome. You know what? All along our life, we are always wanting to cut corners, cutting through the shortcut and attain that goal. I remember we were doing a 1500, it was 15 kilometers run, so 15,000 meters. And in that, this was early in the morning through the jungle track, and it was a competition. And it just so happened very soon there was one national hockey player, and there was me. Both of us were neck to neck. We were racing, and towards the last 1 kilometer, I still remember. His name is Harpreet Harpal. I said, "You want to rest for a while?" We were far ahead of everybody else. He said, "Okay." And then he said, "Let me start running." And I started running. Both of us again, neck to neck going. And then he he took a shortcut and I went through the main road. And it just so happened he beat me by just about maybe 2, 3 feet, 1 meter, something like that. But he did beat me. And out of shortcut. Shortcuts everybody is wanting today. So today's topic is the Advaita Vedanta, non-dualism, which is the art of shortcut. To start up today's talk, today is Thursday, the 24th of October, birthday of many of the great guys that I was coming across. And I'll start with a story. This story is someone about the greatest mathematician ever lived on this earth as of now, Carl Friedrich Gauss, about 250 years ago. It was about 1775, 1780, around that time. This was in a village in Germany, in a town called Brunswick. At the time, Carl Friedrich Gauss was just about 9 years old. And there is this morning class teacher called everybody, all the students, about 75, 80 students, boys, girls, everybody put together. They're all in one big classroom. And formidable figure, a teacher with a cane, is moving up and down, and tells, "Okay, boys and girls, they used to have slates and white chalk," and said, "Write 1 to 100 and add them up. Add up 1 to 100, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 100 up to 100, and tell me what is the answer." And he said that, given it to the boys and girls, and he was returning to his chair to possibly sit down and go for a snooze. And as he said it, turned his back, and there stands 9-year-old Carl Friedrich Gauss and said, "Here it is." And he gives his slate. And the teacher, German teacher, was very severe with a cane, threateningly approached Carl Friedrich Gauss, meaning this guy is fooling me, so he needs a few bites of the cane. And he was showing the slate, and he sees, my God, his answer is correct, 5050. How did you do that? Carl Friedrich Gauss, what he did, he noticed that 1 to 100, you have to add up 1 plus 100. It comes to 101. That's the first number and the last number. He quickly, in his maths brain, 9-year-old, it flashed like that. A pairing. 2 plus 99 is 101. 3 plus 98 is 101. 4 plus 97 is 101. And he's found how many pairs are there. 1 to 100 is 50 pairs. So 50 pairs into, it's straight away 5050. Immediately. Shock. Today, of course, you and I have studied in the school that it is n into n plus 1 by 2 is the formula. N being the 100 and n plus 1 is 101 divided by 2. If you say 100 into 100 plus 101 divided by 2 would be 5050. Now, it struck no one else but Swami Sarvapriyananda. And he suddenly said, hey, this is just like Advaita Vedanta. Mind you, not Vedanta. Advaita Vedanta. He said, it is just like Advaita Vedanta, which is what? It's nothing else but shortcut. You know, this story was written down by Marcus de Satoy, who happened to meet our Sarvapriyananda Swami he is a professor in Oxford University, and he had written this book called Thinking Better, the Art of Shortcut. I will try and put up my study today's PowerPoint through this presentation of yours and on Sunday so that you can easily look at the references work that I have done it for you. And this, if you look at it, the art of shortcut, spiritual journey, Advaita Vedanta. Why is it art of shortcut? One of the advantages, one of the things that attract to people to Advaita Vedanta, only one. Dvaita is two. Advaita Vedanta, only one, is effortless and instantaneous. Quick access to the most difficult. In all our scriptures of spiritual life, just think, long journey. Think for a second. It is what? Where you first strive for moral perfection, developing truth and virtues of life, then control of your senses, and senses are all trying to take you out, and then discipline your life and maintain a brahmacharya and develop devotion, develop meditation, meditative techniques. Mind is flickering, mind is going here and there. It's at the ancient time, they were referring to it. It is like trying to empty the ocean with a blade of grass. Like trying to control the mind calm and concentrated. Trying to make the mind calm and concentrated is like trying to empty the ocean with a blade of grass. So then, after that, you come to Vedanta, where you're doing Shravana, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Listen to Vedanta, ask questions, reflect on it, Shravanam, Mananam, reflection, asking questions, studying more, deeper study, and then Nididhyasanam. Deeply make it your own by realizing the truth. It is said to be a journey of many lifetimes. How about doing it in one lifetime? How about doing it right now, here, this moment? You would say, wow, give me that if I'm one of that Advaita Vedanta. Give me a little bit of that. And exactly that is what Vidyaranya Swami a great Advaita Vedantis about 700 years ago, half the time of Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya 1400 years ago. About 1100 years ago is Ramanujam. Buddha 2500 years ago. Jesus Christ 2000 years ago. You get a little understanding now. And Vidyaranya Swami, he wrote one of his Advaita Vedanta masterpiece called Panchadashi. I'll show you the book on Sunday. Okay? It's with me. And in which, on his first shloka that he wrote, Saptasparshadayo Vidya Vaichitra Jagare Prithak Tato Vipakta Tatsamvit Aikarupayana Vaddate. Samvit is consciousness. He's saying Sapta Sparsha Daya Vidya. Talking about in our waking experiences, whatever we experience, we hear, we smell, we taste, we touch, and we smell, and all these are experiences differ from each other. Every one of the experience, what we hear, what we smell, what we see, what we touch, what we taste. Have you noticed they've got all different experiences? But notice all of those experiences can happen with only one thing. And you being an Advaita Vedanta, you know what is it? It's the consciousness, it's the Chaitana. Vidyaranya is calling it Sambit. So this consciousness is our awareness. And in that is the one that we are talking about. Life is nothing else but that experience, that consciousness. And this consciousness is, see, what we hear, what we smell, what we experience, and what we taste, touch, etc. Everything is changing, and differences in their level of experiences, right? But consciousness is only one and one alone and at one level right through the beginning to the end. Only one, all over the universe, only one consciousness and same. Now Deiti na astameti swayam prabha. It's compared with the sun. Nor does it rise like a sun, nor does it set, and it is shining by itself. So, whatever you call in our life, let's say good, bad, ugly, best part of our life, the worst part of our life, the most boring part of our life, the most meaningful part of our life, most happy part of our life, behind everything is the consciousness. Isn't it? Chaitanya. Supposing I'm unconscious, I'm not experiencing anything. I'm in coma, that's worse. Deep sleep, that's worse. The first thing you need to understand, and being an Advaita Vedantist, you know the consciousness is there. It is the truth. And we are unconscious about our consciousness. We don't pay much attention to this thing, this power within us called consciousness. So our attention is generally today is on the mind and the body, which is called samsara. The moment you give yourself a name, Robbin Ghosh, or a man or a woman, you started the samsara. Samsara is what? I and Robbin Ghosh, you are separate. What does that mean? The moment you are separate from others, samsara begins. Otherwise, the moment you align yourself with consciousness, consciousness everywhere, it is like one ocean, thousands and millions of waves. Each wave is separate. But the moment you align yourself, not with the wave, then you are in samsara. Not with the ocean, then you are in samsara. The moment you align yourself with water, whether it is the wave, or the bubble, or the froth, or the ocean, it is all water. Then you are enlightened. then you are realized master. You are still playing the role. Paramahansa Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, Jesus Christ, Yogananda, Lairi Mahasai, Babaji, or Krishna, they all are operating as avatara, as realized master. You can talk about all the masters of all religions and practices, but they know that all the waves are different by their body, their name, their form, their structure, small wave, bigger wave, tsunami wave, medium-sized wave, but they all are one water. Every one of this humanity, the life form, is one consciousness. So, attention now by Vidyaranya is being drawn onto that consciousness. Now, you need to understand that what is that experience? You being a Vedantist and we are talking about what is an experience? Experience is object plus consciousness. Recollect? Object plus consciousness. And we are the consciousness. And whatever you call this is an object. So, what is an object? This room, this world, this car, this house, this computer, this hand, this thought, this love, this taste, this craving for wanting to eat something like Golgappa, Pav Bhaji, KFC, all are objects. Even the thoughts, even the love, even those things. So, recollect the flavor. Let's say a cup of coffee. What is the object? The cup of coffee. What is the experience? The flavor, the warmth, the taste, the color. All these are kind of perceptions and all different from each other. They're all objects and consciousness is not different. With all those objects with the consciousness, you have the experiences of drinking a cup of coffee. The consciousness plus different objects is different experiences. Simple. Two theory. Consciousness plus object is experience. And consciousness plus different object is different experiences. Got it? Very simple. Now, change is in the object leading to change in our experiences from the last formula. Consciousness plus different object is different experiences. Change in the object is changing experiences. Is what Vidyaranya Swami says. That Jagrata Prithak. We have so many waking time experiences different from each other. But consciousness, Samvit Chetana is one. Not many types of consciousness. You cannot say this consciousness. The moment you say this, it becomes an object. So, what do you mean by object? Anything that you call this is an object. And your awareness is an. Now, whatever you call in Sanskrit, idam. Idam is this. Object to what? To consciousness. So, Arindam Chakravarti, he says anything that objects to consciousness is an object. Meaning, what does object to, let's say you see your face in the mirror. What are you seeing? My face. You're seeing the reflection of your face. You're not seeing your face. You're seeing the image of your face. Correct? It is not your face. It's the reflection of your face. Same way, the consciousness is not something that you can classify as this. Whatever you're doing is an object, whatever you call this. And consciousness cannot be defined, cannot be expressed, cannot be seen, touched, tasted, smelled. And this is why Taittiriya Upanishad is declaring consciousness as Brahman, as Ishvara. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Remember the formula? That is that. Now, So imagine a Sputnik, a satellite is passing through the dark night and you see it flashing. Haven't you seen sometimes traveling? Or a rocket, or let's say a Halley's comet or a comet. You see it. How do you see it? Comet doesn't have its light. Sputnik doesn't have its light. Satellite doesn't have its light. That dark sky is not dark. It is flooded with light. But because of the absence of an object, you can't see the light. So what does the object do? Object illuminates consciousness. In the dark night sky, what does the satellite, the comet, the Sputnik do? It illuminates, allows the light to express itself. Did you understand? The light is already there from the sun in the sky. On the other side, the horizon, it is there in the sky. But you can see it if you driving along the mountainous road, going round and round and round, and notice when the light falls onto the dark part of the empty air, you will see it is dark night. But the light, when it passes through, and you will see a butterfly or a night moth or a bat flying by. Otherwise, you can't see it. Light is there. This light is now lighting it up. Now, in this case, it's not the car light, it's the sun's light. And now you have an object which reflects the light. So, what does the light do to the object? Light illuminates the object. And what does the object do to the light? Object manifests the existing, already there in the sky, called the light. Got it? Very simple. What does the light do to the object? It lights it up and it makes it visible. What does the object to the light? Object manifests already existing light. What does object do to consciousness? Object manifests itself because of the consciousness. What does the consciousness does to the object? Consciousness gets its presence felt because of the object. Object allows the consciousness to be known. Otherwise, we are unconscious of our consciousness. But whatever you're doing with your five senses, those are because of the consciousness. Now, absence of object is in deep sleep, but that is also illuminated by the consciousness. Understand? Waking state, I explained till now. Dream sleep state, consciousness is lighting up in the dream. The dream. You are sleeping, body is sleeping on the bed, but you are traveling and you are experiencing it. And when you wake up, you remember or don't remember those dreams. That if you do remember because of the consciousness, that is making you remember. In the dream sleep, what happens in the deep sleep? You don't remember anything. But remember, absence of experience is also an experience. No? Absence of experience is also an experience. Imagine you walk into this room, it's totally dark, jet dark. You can't see anything, but you're experiencing the darkness. Just like that, the absence of experience in the deep sleep is also an experience. And that is why you experience the grandest verses of Panchadashi. It goes on to explain this. And I'll take it on to you on the Sunday. More on this. Remember, these experiences would have a very simple experiences which I will explain to you called Swarupa Jnana and Vritti Jnana. Swarupa Jnana, this sounds a little tricky but very nice to know, helps you to understand, is Swarupa Jnana is consciousness. And what is Vritti Jnana? is knowledge. So let's say if you see a red rose, so what is happening? The information is transmitted through the eyes to the mind by the light falls on the rose, comes and lights up into the cornea of the eye and send the message to the brain. And the brain sends it to the mind. And then the mind gets a ripple of what are called vritti. That called vritti, that ripple is called the vritti. Or you can say a change. Calm mind gets a ripple. It's called a change. Vritti jnana. The consciousness is shining and the mind is reflected on the mind. So mind lights up that vritti. And this vritti is about what? Red rose. You saw the red rose. That is how you see it. Illuminated vritti gives you as the experience and you say, I saw a beautiful red rose. With that, Jai Guru. We'll see you on Sunday. I will give you this PowerPoint presentation through today's talk. Have a look at it. Ask questions. Welcome to Advaita Vedanta. Jai Guru.